decidedly Christian, distinctly biblical, and just a little bit nuts. This is Squirrel Chatter.
And welcome to the Piney Woods. I am your Squirrel, the host. Welcome to Psalm Saturday, which is a new feature here on Squirrel Chatter. As often as my schedule allows, we'll be doing a quick little devotional in a psalm on Saturday morning. And I'll let you know on Saturdays when I'm going to be here and when I'm not, so that you can, of course, drop everything you're doing and schedule your life around my availability to do a quick devotional. It's good to have you with us this morning. I better start the recorder and record this onto audio. And now that's going. I won't play the entrance again. You'll be nice to know. I may edit in a little entrance when I post that, or just give you a joining in progress. This morning we're going to look at Psalm 1. Since this is our first Psalm Saturday, we might as well begin at the beginning, which, as Steve Lawson always points out, this was not the first psalm written. It just is the first psalm in the Psalms, and it's there for a reason, because it kind of sets the tone in a lot of ways, not only for the Psalms, but for the whole of Scripture. Psalm 1 teaches us the importance of being wise in where we get our ideas. And that really is the message of this psalm. So let's go ahead and read it. I'll be reading from the LSB. How blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law he meditates day and night. And he will be like a tree firmly planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. And in whatever he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but they are like chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not rise in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Yahweh knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Now let's look briefly at these verses one by one. The verse begins by showing us that the blessed man, or the blessed man, is the subject in view of this psalm. How blessed is the man. Now, blessed, the word means happy, but as every other word, it has a range of meanings depending on the context. And in the context here, it's referring to the recipient of divine grace. The blessed man is the man who has received grace from God. And don't get all feminist and inclusive on me. In this context, I do believe that man refers to mankind, the man or woman, the individual. Man is used in its generic sense to refer to any individual. So the blessed individual is in view here. This is the person who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. It's referring to to walk is to conduct oneself, to behave in a particular manner, to move in a direction. And the blessed man doesn't walk according to wicked advice, doesn't listen to what the wicked says that he should do. The blessed man does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, nor does he stand. And standing then would be to take up a position, to maintain an attitude or even a course. In sailing, they often talk about a ship standing in a certain course or traveling in a certain direction. So, closely related to walk, but, taking up a position or an attitude or maintaining a stance, to reuse the word stand in a different form. So the blessed man doesn't walk according to the advice of wicked people being, the evil or the immoral, and does not stand in the way of sinners. The sinners would be the unrepentant, those who are in full-on rebellion against God, which is everybody outside of Christ. Let's be specific. So the wicked person, or the blessed man, doesn't walk according to the advice of the wicked, doesn't stand, doesn't take the positions or attitudes that sinners do, which would be the way of the sinner, and doesn't sit in the seat of scoffers. This would be to dwell, to remain. Also, interestingly, in the context of the Old Testament, they often talk about the elders of a city sitting in the gate, which was their place of rulership and their place of judgment. So the blessed man doesn't judge or govern according to the scoffer, which is someone who expresses derision or scorn. And the wicked person and the sinner and the scoffer are all synonymous here. We're all talking about someone who is in full-on rebellion against God, committed to evil acts in their life. And so the blessed man does not follow them, does not listen to them, does not walk in their ways, does not act according to their opinions. But what the blessed man does do, in verse 2, his delight is in the law of Yahweh. He takes delight. It's great pleasure, great joy. He delights. It's a pleasant focus. Is the law of Yahweh, and in this it's talking specifically of Yahweh's law. Yahweh being the covenant name of God. This is the name by which he made himself known to Israel. So it's not just any God. It's Yahweh, the creator of heaven and earth, the one true and living God, the God who is thrice holy and ruling heaven and earth from his throne. His law. It refers, not only to like the Ten Commandments, but this is talking really of the entire Scripture is the law of God. And for a cross-reference, I would point you to the 19th Psalm. We're not going to look at it right now. We might get to that one in a future Psalm Saturday, but right now, you can put that down as homework to look up and read Psalm 19. And he meditates on the law of God. He takes delight, he takes great pleasure in the law of Yahweh, and he meditates on it. Now, this isn't the empty mysticism of Eastern thought or Eastern religion. This isn't, sitting there with your legs crossed, smelling the incense burning as you try to empty your mind and not think about anything. Meditation in the Scripture refers to engaging in focused thought. So the blessed man